On Answers for Living, we want to look at 4 things we can do that would help us stay focused so people would hear about Jesus through us. And I'm going to state them a little bit differently. I'm going to say, I know I've crossed the line. I've gone the wrong direction when I put such and such a thing. So follow with me. I know I crossed the line when I put making my point ahead of loving people. It's okay to make your point, but not at the expense of loving people. I'm convinced the Apostle Paul could have made his point that no one is under the law anymore, that he could have been very persuasive, but he would have done it in such a way that when he was done, people wouldn't have felt loved. So Paul chose not to make his point. Oh, you can make your point, but when you're finished, will those who listen to you feel loved? Number 2, I know I've crossed the line when I put winning an argument ahead of winning people. That's pretty self-explanatory. You might be right, but are you willing to miss the opportunity to win that person to Christ just so you can win the argument? Number 3, I know I've crossed the line when I put social media ahead of their salvation. I personally do not get on Twitter. I do not post my opinions because it's too dangerous. I would want to be setting people straight, which would most likely turn people off from hearing about the love of Jesus. So I don't put social media ahead of anyone's salvation. And 4, I know I've crossed the line when I put my politics ahead of my testimony. The problem today is that most people are far more passionate about politics than they are about winning people to Christ. Now, I'm not saying you can't express your beliefs. I'm not saying you can't make your point. I'm not saying you can't win an argument or be on social media. But we need to walk in the Spirit and manifest the fruit of the Spirit in all of our dealings with people. And according to Galatians chapter 5, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Let me repeat it. Self-control. Let me repeat it again. Self-control. When we're in a conversation with people or posting on the social media, do people see and hear Jesus? Well, that's good. We aren't in charge of how much, or we're not in charge of much anymore. People are trying to run our lives. But we are in charge of whether or not we walk in the Spirit and bear the fruit of the Spirit. So let's take charge of that area in our life.